What's happening, guys? Veggie here, and today's video is just going to be a brief recap of my 1 year of being vegan. So for me, I turned vegan at the start of last year, as you can see from my previous video from last year, and this video is just going to be illustrating the reasons why I went vegan, my experiences going vegan, and just the general topic around veganism. So I went vegan at the start of last year. My reason for going vegan was when I was vegetarian, I always had the mindset I'd eventually become vegan if I had someone to support me, or if I had someone to give me advice and help me. So at the start of 2018, I met my girlfriend, and she actually helped me out with a lot of ways of changing to the vegan lifestyle. So for example, I loved ice cream and I couldn't live without ice cream, and I was advised to change from, the dairy form of Ben & Jerry's to the dairy-free. And when I tried the dairy-free form of Ben & Jerry's, it was very easy for me to substitute some of these foods, for dairy-free foods. And me in general, my perception of dairy, even as a vegetarian, was that it made me bloated. It didn't respond well with my body generally. And I just believed that most humans really shouldn't be drinking milk anyway. It doesn't make sense from a theological perspective, and it just is very unethical in itself, the way that cows are exploited to produce milk and the conditions they're kept in. If you also look at the way the conditions chickens are kept in to produce eggs, even as a vegetarian, you'd have to look for ethical ways of getting it. Otherwise, there's almost some hypocrisy in the way that animals, are being exploited and they're feeling harm to produce this product for you. So, for me, it's been quite a change in lifestyle. I've had to change a lot of the dairy products I've had for dairy-free. But in some way, yes, you do have to pay, maybe a little more money. But then you have that self-gratitude that you're abiding by those ethical standards now. So for me, even as a vegetarian, I wasn't very anal about the products that I used on my body as well, and whether they were animal tested. So I do have some at the toilet here that I was gifted that probably has been tested on animals, but quite simply put, it's just I would probably use them until they're used up. All the products I've bought in 2018 have been tested on animals, so I haven't gone out on my way to get any products that have been tested on animals. I made sure all the products I'm buying aren't animal tested. So for body wash, let's say I use Original Source. That is my go-to, and that's not tested on animals. So all the products I'm changing to are vegan now. I haven't bought any wool products. I've also, changed to using leather-free or fake leather. So I do have a fake leather jacket. I also have a wallet here, which is made of cork. So I'm not using a leather wallet, which is absolutely brilliant, you guys. I might do a review on it if you're really interested. It only cost me £10 from eBay, but it's just brilliant stuff. So in general, it's an easy change of lifestyle. I think the only thing that I have that has leather on it is my car interior, which quite simply put, every car you buy is going to have, at least a leather steering wheel. Guiltily, I do have leather seats. But that is something obviously I'm going to sell in like 5 years' time. So going forwards, all the products I'm using aren't animal tested. I'm trying to adopt this cruelty-free lifestyle. And in general, in terms of dietary choices, it's also been very easy for me, because when I was a vegetarian, most of my diet in general was vegan. A lot of what I was eating was meat-free substitutes. And to be honest, I've cut down on that a lot, because there is some health concerns with, they put a lot of stuff in that, and you just don't know, you don't know what's in there. So for me, I've switched to more vegetables. I'm eating mixed beans as opposed to meat-free substitute, because mixed beans is, it's just fresh veg. There's nothing else there. I do have obviously meat-free substitutes from time to time. I think they're brilliant. I have loads of pulled pork, Lynn & McCartney burgers, meat-free in my freezer at the moment. And, when I need a protein top-up, I just have that in 2 buns. I'll have 2 burgers in 2 buns and make a sandwich out of it. And that's quite nice, and that'll have about 40 grams of protein. And, it's just... So for me, meat-free substitutes are more of upping my protein intake more than anything else. In general, I'm eating a lot more fruit and veg. I feel like I have a lot more energy, thank God. And my gym progress really reflects that as well. So I'm actually getting back to the heavy weights again, which is really good. So in general, I think this veganism lifestyle change has been a great thing. You definitely feel a lot lighter. You feel a lot clear thinking. you're a lot more focused and motivated. And it's this whole idea and lifestyle of, you know, planning and breaking things down into how you consume foods. And it is something I've always done, even as a vegetarian, but as a vegan now, it just generally feels better as well. So, you know, I make sure I have the right amount of meals every day. I make sure that I'm getting the right amount of iron, zinc, magnesium. I make sure I get the right amount of fruit and vegetables a day, of course. As a vegan, how can you struggle with that, you know? And even on my cheat or refeed days, I am still able to have quite great food, you know, you guys, great tasting food. So for my refeed days, I'm able to make vegan nachos, you guys, with just, you know, dairy-free cheese, which is made from coconut oil. And I still love it, you guys. A lot of people say they hate these, you know, vegan types of food, like vegan cheese, vegan chocolate. I absolutely love it. I've gained an acquired taste for dark chocolate. I think that the vegan cheese in general tastes quite great because not only does it taste great, but it's very light. So after you've had it, you don't feel really bloated and you don't feel like shit, which is what I usually felt when I had normal nachos, you know. So now having vegan cheese on nachos is brilliant. And sometimes I give it to people who eat meat, and, you know, to them it tastes different, but to them they're also saying it, you know, it doesn't taste bad. The smell might be a bit strong for someone who's not used to having these types of foods. But in general, to me, there's just no downsides to going vegan, you guys. And it's just something I'm probably going to be advocating for the rest of this channel, for the rest of my life, really. I don't see a reason to go back to vegetarianism. I see myself sticking to this vegan lifestyle. And in general, it's just better for your health. It's better for the environment. Everyone knows, you know, the biggest impact to global warming and emissions is obviously meat production. So for me, obviously, I just advocate for veganism as much as I can. Anyway, you guys, that's it. Pretty much summed up. Going vegan is brilliant. I don't see myself looking back. I don't see myself struggling. Restaurants are coming out with new vegan options. Pizza Hut, Pizza Express, Nando's, you know, even McDonald's. I mean, I wouldn't really go there often, but because it's McDonald's, but, you know, they're accounting for more vegans now. And Veganuary is starting to become a trend this month, with Greggs releasing their vegan sausage rolls, triggering, you know, people like Piers Morgan or whatever else. But in general, I don't see veganism being, you know, about political correctness and all that bullshit, because at the end of the day, veganism is just a lifestyle, you know, and it's a choice you make. It's not enforcing anything onto anyone else. I don't see why there's a huge amount of hatred around it. You're not forcing someone to do that to themselves, you know. That's a lifestyle you've chosen and you want to advocate to other people. By all means, I think people should be, you know, cutting down on their meat consumption. People should be caring more about the environment. And even though I have more conservative political opinions, I think that's something conservatives tend to leave out in their political beliefs, is we do need to, you know, reduce the amount of global warming that occurs, and we need to actually be eating less meat, you know, every week. Anyway, guys, that's my overall view about veganism. It's been brilliant. It's been great. Hopefully going to continue making vegan food reviews, because I absolutely love vegan food. And anyway, guys, I'll see you in that next video. Peace out.